Hello there my RPG lovers and welcome to another video. Solasta Crown of the Magister is an upcoming tactical RPG that's based on Dungeons & Dragons SRD 5.1 rule set. This RPG had a successful Kickstarter campaign back in 2019. Tactical Adventures, the developer of Solasta, managed to exceed their goal by gathering around 250,000 euros. Ever since then, Tactical Adventures has been posting frequent dev updates on their website with lots of information about the game. There was a free demo as well, and that's always a great sign of confidence by the developers. The demo is no longer available because they're focusing on working on the final game. Tactical Adventures is a self-published studio founded in 2018 by the same guy who previously co-founded Amplitude Studio, the team behind Endless Space and Endless Legend. Now let's see what this tactical role-playing game has to offer. Solasta Crown of the Magister is a turn-based RPG with Dungeons & Dragons rule set. Tactical Adventures aims to make the most faithful video game adaptation with a tabletop rule set. This means that dice rolling is a huge factor in this game, which is quite obvious even from the character creation menu. You get to create your own team of 4 heroes with a lot of customization options. You can choose your race, background and your class. As you would expect from a Dungeons & Dragons RPG, there are humans, elves, dwarves and halflings. Each race except human offers 2 sub-races. When it comes to classes, we have a cleric, fighter, paladin, ranger, rogue and wizard. And just like in any other Dungeons & Dragons game, you will have to roll for your stats once you select a class. I think the character creation system looks really interesting in general. There's a lot of stuff going on in these menus, but it doesn't seem confusing because of the clean UI design. The high fantasy of Solasta is supposed to have a rich lore and complex history. Multiple factions live in relative harmony amid the ruins of fallen empire. Each has its own agenda and its own uses for adventurers. As we follow the twists and turns of the campaign, we will uncover the truth behind the ancient cataclysm and fight to prevent it happening again. The gameplay in Solasta is turn-based, and it reminds me a lot of Divinity Original Sin, mostly because of the vertical terrain. And that's actually a highlighted feature in Solasta. Prepare to think in 3 dimensions. The dungeons in Solasta are more than flat game boards. Climb, jump or fly around obstacles. Evade or surprise foes from above or below. Push them into chasm or drop things on their heads. Position yourself on high grounds to start the fight with an advantage. Size also matters. Escape through narrow passages where bigger enemies won't fit and crawl through tunnels to find secret areas. Take advantage of the environment to find the cover suited for your own size. Watch out though, the monsters are also thinking vertically. We can see some examples of this in the trailer. Using the environment to your advantage in and out of combat is always a welcome feature. The verticality in RPGs is something that I frequently talk about in my videos, and I'm a big fan of vertical worlds. Solasta is embracing this feature in a really interesting way. You're not the only one who is able to use verticality as the advantage. Enemies like giant venomous spiders will crawl down the walls, brimstone vipers will harass you from up high, orcs will try to shove you off a flimsy bridge and so on. It will be really interesting to see all of this in action and how much impact it has on the actual gameplay. The combat itself looks like what you would expect from a turn-based fantasy RPG. Your spells and abilities are obviously tied to your class, and how you choose to set up your party will be really important. I'm curious to learn more about the difficulty options of Solasta. It's really important to nail the difficulty, especially in this type of games, but I couldn't find any info about this. And unfortunately, I didn't get to play the demo, so I can't speak about that. By the looks of things, Solasta Crown of the Magister has the potential to be a great Dungeons & Dragons RPG. It reminds me a lot of Divinity Original Sin, but it's more dark and grimy and less cartoony. Unfortunately, we still don't have the official release date for Solasta Crown of the Magister, but the development of this game seems to flow nicely. If you're interested to keep up with all the updates about this game, I'll leave their official Discord link as well as their website. I will also keep my eye on all the major updates for this game, so be sure to stick around. Don't forget to subscribe for more content and click on the bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads. Special thanks to my Patreons, and if you as well want to become one of them, all the links are in the description. Patreon is definitely the best place to directly support my work, and every contribution is highly appreciated. That will be all, and I'll see you in the next one.